There is renewed hope as experts embark on one of the most difficult chapters in the MV Barima tragedy, one that could soon bring answers. As efforts intensify to raise and refloat the sunken vessel, authorities believe the operation could lead to the recovery of more of the 30 passengers who remain missing. While no one can say with certainty what rescuers will find, officials acknowledge that some of those still unaccounted for may be trapped inside or beneath the vessel. For dozens of grieving families, the salvage operation represents perhaps the greatest hope yet of bringing their loved ones home. No doubt, recovery efforts following the July 18 sinking of the MV Barima are now entering a critical phase as authorities prepare for the complex operation to raise the vessel. The vessel was located on the seabed, estimated to be 30 to 40 feet down at a location close to the Pomeroon River. The ferry capsized with 179 passengers on board during its voyage from Georgetown to Port Kaituma and is described as Guyana's deadliest maritime disaster. Since the tragedy, search teams have worked around the clock, recovering passengers while continuing to search for those who remain missing. But officials say raising the vessel could become one of the most significant developments in the recovery operation.
We want to get everyone accounted for. We want to be in a position to account for every single life that was on board this vessel. As we speak, there are so many assets that are deployed in aid of ensuring that this mission is completed. We want to complete this mission at all costs. And my team is going to be out here all through the night until tomorrow morning and the following day until we complete this mission.
According to Commander David Shamsudeen, commanding officer of the Guyana Defense Force Coast Guard, work to raise the vessel is already underway. Shamsudeen says teams have begun the delicate process of preparing the vessel to be floated and eventually salvaged. He says divers are first working to safely reposition the ferry and secure it before lifting begins. But this massive undertaking is far from simple.
So the first course of action that we want to achieve is to bring the vessel to her first position. This means that we want this vessel to sit back on her keel. Once that is completed, I think we want to start the process of floating her and bringing her a little closer to shore so our operations can be more workable firstly, and it'll be more viable to assist that process of recovering all the persons that might be on this vessel.
Years of training, specialized equipment, and careful coordination are required to lift a large vessel from the seabed without causing further damage. Every movement must be carefully planned, not only to protect the recovery teams, but also to preserve the vessel as investigators seek to determine exactly what caused the disaster. For the families of those missing passengers, the salvage operation is much more than an investigation. Authorities have not ruled out the possibility that some of the missing passengers could still be inside the vessel. That reality makes the raising of the MV Barima deeply emotional for the families who have spent days waiting for news. Many have gathered at hospitals, morgues, and along the shoreline, hoping for answers. Others continue to cling to the possibility that their loved ones may finally be found.
To tell you a little about what is happening with the vessel itself, as we know already, she has submerged, currently sitting just about 10 nautical miles offshore, closest to the Pomeroon River, at a depth of just about 35 to 40 feet. At sea state 2 to 4, that gives us a wave height of almost 5 feet, very high. So when we talk about sea state, we're talking about the wave heights, the current, and all of that combined to create that roughness in the seas. So to tell you a little more of the vessel itself, she is sitting right now on her starboard side. This is the right side of the vessel. The stern of this vessel is closer to shore, and the bow is further north, which means that the bow is seabound.
For them, every stage of this operation carries enormous significance. Commander Shamsudeen says that from the very first distress call, the Coast Guard's mission has remained focused on saving lives and recovering victims with dignity. Coast Guard vessels, military aircraft, police units, civilian boat operators, local fishermen and international partners all join the effort, searching vast sections of water in difficult conditions.
On this waterways right now, we have a total of 7 Coast Guard assets. 7 Coast Guard assets that can actually maneuver the roughness of these waters. The GDFS Shahud, which is our current flagship, she is leading the fleet of vessels here. In addition to that, we have a French team of divers who was actually conducting diving both yesterday and today in an effort to complete our mission today. Aside from that, we have a vessel here from the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. She is here with some amount of diving capability, so it adds to the French team here also. We also have another frigate. We call it a frigate because it's a very, very large vessel that was deployed from our neighboring country, Brazil. The frigate has the capacity of deploying dive teams as well as a helicopter on her deck. As we speak right now, that helicopter is deployed along the coastline, doing aerial reconnaissance all the way from Bounty Hall to Winey River and back. I think this is a big utility that is brought to this mission here today.
The commander also praised the overwhelming response from ordinary Guyanese who volunteered their boats, equipment, and time, describing the effort as a remarkable display of national unity in the face of tragedy. Once the vessel is successfully raised, investigators are expected to conduct a detailed forensic examination. The inspection could provide crucial evidence of how the ferry capsized, including whether structural failure, flooding, shifting cargo, weather conditions, or other factors caused the vessel to sink. Those findings will support both the ongoing maritime safety investigation and the criminal investigation already announced by authorities. As the operation to raise the MV Barima moves forward, the nation waits with cautious hope that raising the vessel may solve the mystery of the remaining passengers.
I want to complete this mission at all costs, and my team is going to be out here all through the night until tomorrow morning and the following day until we complete this mission. We want to get everyone accounted for. We want to be in a position to account for every single life that was on board this vessel.